Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this morning, I want to tell about my paper with the title is Education During Pandemic Using Digital Technology, Systematic Literature Review. For the first time, I want to tell about the online learning system, because the COVID-19 global epidemic struck the region. Teaching and learning activities involving all stakeholders in the classroom activities have been designed to be able to use amenities and various applications that can aid the education process. The online learning system is a learning system that uses the internet to search, obtain, and deliver the subject matter being taught. In order to get a lot of information about knowledge, we can search, obtain, and deliver the subject with Google or the other searching. Next, distance learning can use various platforms. Learning management first, learning management systems such as Google Classroom. Number 2, videos conference such as Zoom, Google Meet, Visco Webex. 3, WhatsApp group, and the others. Google Classroom is one from a lot of various platforms, can use distance learning to teach to teach all students during the epidemic COVID-19. Next, virtual classroom was used. There are various obstacles. 1. Readiness of human resource. The teacher must be ready to take or learn during the COVID-19 emergencies. Because the situation of emergencies, we know that the teacher must have a technique, have various technique and reference to get learning materials can be conveyed and received well by student. From student perspective, the requires greater effort, both in the term of material, energy, and physiological readiness. Number 2, supporting facilities for learning, technology, and educate internet network. In Indonesia, there are many area, many region, many part of cities or village. They are in the internet network have been because of the internet network in area difficult to be get internet network. Number 3, unclear government policies. In this emergency situation, that government must be have a policies about learning without face to face, because in traditional learning teacher and student meet in the classroom and there get teach and learn, teach by the teacher and learn and by with student. Teacher must have the abilities and creativity in using digital technology media that support learning. Besides that, the teacher and student must also have the implementation of non-face-to-face learning, include culture, social, economic background, attention, experience, and level of education. Number 4, absence of an appropriate distance learning curriculum in dealing with emergencies. In emergencies like pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, that must be a curriculum about teaching and learning. Distance learning must be included in curriculum in the school. Next, during the COVID-19 epidemic, flexible learning technology was used to facilitate learning. First, the learning process can take place at anywhere and at any time. We know that the learning in usually every day, teacher and student must be meet in the classroom to get knowledge. With the teacher is teach about knowledge and the student learn about knowledge. The learning process can take in everywhere and anytime. The student can be search in internet about the learning. Number 2, student can learn and get whatever knowledge that they desire. The epidemic COVID-19, the student can learn and get whatever knowledge they want. They want to get all knowledge. There must be to get many things about learning. All of material learning can be searched in Google or anything support. Number 3, learning material can originate from anywhere, including direct teacher or a variety of available reference. on a variety of medium, including the web. Fourth, teacher can use a variety of methods and techniques to determine how learning is implemented: mentoring, self-study, workshop, public debate, and internet forum. The success factor for the learning without face-to-face are three main factors, such as teacher, first teacher, two student, and three the technology. There are teacher and student, and technology is one of one in stability. Teacher must have an ability and creativity in using digital technology media that support the learning. Besides that, teacher and student must have the implementation of non-face-to-face learning include culture, social, economic, and attention, experience, and level of education. The next 5 urgency factors can increase the success of non-face-to-face learning. The first, management of institution. Management factor related to design of non-face-to-face learning, implementation plans during the COVID-19 pandemic, which were designed and planned by central education institution to school as implementation in the field. Number 2, the learning environment. The learning environment factor is one of the urgent factors in the implementation of non-face-to-face learning in Indonesia. This is because the fulfillment of the internet network in Indonesia has not been fulfilled. So that is an obstacle for teacher and student in conducting non-face-to-face learning. Number 3, learning design. Learning design is an important part that needs to be considered and developed by teacher. The learning design consists of several parts, such as variety of learning objectivities, quality of content, learning strategies, and learning psychologies and evaluation. Number 4, supporting facilities. Support facilities must have or support service during the COVID-19 epidemic. Non-face-to-face learning was implemented, consists of training and communication tool. The implementation of training is crucial for smooth learning, not face-to-face. This is because training can improve the ability of teacher and student in managing digital technology media, which are media in non-face-to-face learning. Number 5, learning evaluation. Learning evaluation is very important part of the learning process that has been implemented. The implemented of non-face-to-face learning still necessary to evaluate both formative and summative learning. However, the evaluation carried out during the pandemic must be more learning and flexible. 5 key characters to consider when using digital technology. Learning resources must be easily accessible through the media. These learning tools must meet requirements to make it easier to student to access multiple sources of information for educational purpose. The content must pique student interest in completing the student. Number 2, content that is matched to the learner cognitive abilities. Number 3, the content structure is simple and straightforward. Number 4, content that is well designed and adapt to visual environment. Number 2, the digital technology must have the same virtual learning condition of as a traditional curriculum. To meet the standardization of the atmosphere, several things must be considered, such as teacher must be able to create an attractive and proactive learning environment by encourage students to actively participate in learning so that everyone interested in learning can sense the online school environment. Number 3, the creation of an excellent teaching method through the use of a learning management system. The learning management system to provide successful the learning. The teaching approach must be in line. LMS, learning management system, offer technology services that support the learning process carried out by educators and pupils. LMS has a system to protect data regarding the learning process, both educator and student response. LMS must be crafted in such a format that is easy to use both for education and pupils. Number 4, all users have access to facilities that are not limited by space or time. The digital technology media system utilized during non-face-to-face learning is not supposed to be limited to users with prior familiarity with it. Rather, anyone with an interest in using the technology can use it. Number 5, must be able to provide interesting learning facilities between teacher and student, especially when students have difficult and want to counsel with their teacher. The teacher must be give services in the form of feedback to students swiftly and correctly throughout the adoption of non-face-to-face learning during the COVID-19 epidemic. Thank you very much. That's all about my paper. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.